chat, welcome to Viz Buzz, which is data visualization game show. We have 3 contestants today who will be trying to replicate a data visualization we have randomly chosen in 40 minutes. And the person who gets closest, as judged by me and my co-host Libby, by the chat, and also our image comparison tool, the Tantastic image comparison bot. You can be the most accurate in the eyes of all 3, then you will win the show. Libby is my co-host.
Hey, I'm Libby Heron. I work at Posit, which is the company formerly known as Our Studio. Shout out Our Studio. And I host a live show every Thursday, which is actually more of like a community call, the Posit Data Science Hangout. Nick has been on that. It's super fun. I hope that you'll come out, hang out with us. You can just Google Posit Data Science Hangout and you'll find it. There's a button to add it to your calendar every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and except for holidays and stuff. And I am a Python and an R person, and I teach Python and R and ggplot stan for life.
All right,
that's me.
And I'm Nick Wan. You know, if you're here, what's going on. And contestants, it is time to go. We start now.
Gregory Matthews, PH Dizzle, St. Thomas the Apostle Elementary School.
Dami Pack, America's Next Top Model.
Avery Smith, BYU.
I think that I would start by grouping by language, right? Because we are looking at all of our facets. I always work backwards from the plot in ggplot. So I'm like, okay, cool. We got a bunch of languages. That's what we're faceting by. I should probably group by that somehow. And then we're counting based on sentiment. So, okay, group by sentiment and count that. And I want to say maybe an ellipse, geom ellipse.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I think I'd be kind of stuck on this a little, similar to Avery's reaction to what the plot is at all. I'd probably try to start with just seeing if I could replicate even some semblance of proportions via bar. Like, if I think about this like a stacked bar, then is that close? Are we getting close? And then from there, kind of like maybe pull elements out of the bar and then start turning them into like radius of some sort of oval looking shape.
Dami has the vibe of a base R coder, which is me, and I'm loving it. I'm biased, but I really, really like it.
That is also Greg to some extent. He for a long time was very, I don't know if it was against or was just contrarian to using ggplot at all, but we do see here him looking through some ggplot documentation and trying to get some of the stuff on his plot.
Oh, he heard us talking about it, and now he's going to be base R plotting.
Let's go over to Avery's screen here. This is Avery Smith. And look at this. He actually now has the semblance of what's using pedals.
I'm so impressed.
He is using ellipse in this case, not necessarily pedals. But remember, it's about accuracy and whether or not you can get as close to the actual data viz as possible. If that means you're going to use ellipse instead of these
whatever this is.
Yeah, not exactly. It's some sort of rounded rhombus. I asked Greg if he would be on the show, and then I sent him some practice data sets, and he said, practice, and then laughed at me. On your left is the viz that they're trying to replicate, and on the right, currently, this is Dami's viz, and she has the colors down. She has some ellipses with different sizing. It feels like she's trying to get all the elements on the plot first, and then she's gonna like massage it down. Kind of like, you know, how you work with clay, how you work with wood. You start with everything on it, and then kind of whittle it down from there.
Yep. Oh, I love that. I think it's Avery just Googled how to remove this stupid border in Matplotlib. Avery, I've Googled that a million times. 1,000,000,000,000,000 times. How to remove this stupid border in Matplotlib.
I love how Avery is navigating between both an LLM and doing some hardcore Googling. It's the best of both worlds, and he's getting results, clearly.
Well, it's
Yep.
mostly because I don't know how much of an LLM I'm allowed to use, and I'm trying to do it old school way sometimes. So
Oh, I don't know
Well-
if there are rules. Nick, are there rules about LLMs?
The only rules are if it's something that you would typically Google, then you could probably use the LLM. I definitely would say it's not in the spirit of the competition to feed like the target image and say write code that replicates this. So
Ooh, I'm gonna do that right now. That's gonna be my submission.
I think he's even done a Viz Buzz at some point. You're right. Look at this. He
Aha,
does have
see?
ellipses.
It's there. He's using it. He's using a device to output it separately, so it's not showing up in plot pane. Greg's hiding. He's being sneaky.
It's also kind of a disadvantage if he's not using this thing and taking up so much real estate on his laptop. Linear
here's
way?
the question, Nick: does size
Yes.
matter?
That's
Honestly,
great
the
question.
positioning is weird for me a little bit because I would expect negative to be on the bottom if this was like, if we're thinking about negative as -1, neutral as 0, and positive as +1. But on these petals, the negative one's on top, the neutral one's in the middle, and the positive one's in the bottom. So it doesn't signify anything to me, at least.
We are headed down to some of we're headed to what I would consider close to some of the last times before you really got to start thinking about cleaning it up. But we are under 11 minutes now, 10:57 to go. We are on Dami's screen, and she is back with colors. They're not
Yep.
just. She says, "I hate this," which is fine because it's not like this is supposed to be something that people can do willy-nilly. But everyone right now is absolutely doing that. I like this. The Avery going with like a style of coding that I do, which is a mix of Notepad and IDE. So
Yep.
I can strongly
I was-
relate.
I'm snooping on Dami's colors.
Oh yeah.
She's getting stuff figured out. Those colors look really good, Dami.
Yeah, she has minimized her viewer pane, her plot pane.
It's really tiny.
Perhaps
There
because,
it is. It's empty.
I was gonna say it's perhaps because she wants to like ignore any outputs, focus heavily on the code, which
It's
would be
tough.
important.
These colors are tough because there's a little bit of alpha, right? Like you can see the grid lines just a little bit. So if you pick a color, you have to go a little bit darker than that color and then give it the alpha to make it lighter to match the screen.
He does have origin set at 0, going out in terms of angle, but in terms of size, I'm unsure how he's going to get all the way there yet, but I'm sure he has a plan, and if he does, he's going to need to make good on that plan in the next 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
You think I have a
Less than
plan?
3 minutes.
I don't think I do.
You know,
But we got to remember early on, Greg did have those origins synced up and he had all of his facets. So he could be pulling something out that he just has it on his screen and we can't see it.
15 seconds left, contestants. Let's see what Avery is doing here. He has 3 on the plot. He is trying to get 1 more line of code and run it 1 more time. Make them bigger is his last thing he's trying to do. Dami here trying to still go with angles. Just for right now is the safety. And that is it. Pencils down, y'all. Greg ending here with some sort of piped temp variable, and we're just not going to be able to see that come to fruition. Please, contestants, your best version, save it and put it up onto the Kaggle discussion board, please. All right, chat. They were trying to replicate this data visualization right here, Sentiments of African Language. Notice how they're all, the origin here is probably 0, 0, and then a negative, a positive, and some sort of neutral angles to them, size of the petals, seemingly as count. This is Greg's. Greg's submission is this. This is his replication here. Okay. This one will be Dami's. This is Dami's replication. Remember, they only had 40 minutes, chat. They only had 40 minutes. And then here is Avery's. This is Avery's. Okay, chat. It looks like there's a tie in chat for both Dami and Avery. So the scoring as it works, chat number 1 will get 5 points. Number 2 will get 3 points, and number 3 will get 1 point. That would mean Greg gets 1 point, and Dami and Avery split the 5 and the 3, so they both get 4 points.
Nice.
Libby, would you like to reveal what our scoring decision was?
All right, chat. Our scoring decision was Dami in first place, getting the most points from the judges, followed by Avery, followed by Greg.
Okay. Wow. This is actually going to be really close because if it's going to come down to whether or not Dami or Avery can beat the Tan bot. Here we go. We're running the comparison. 89 is to 88 is the
Oh, are you kidding?
88.9. So okay. All right. Dami, if she can beat 88.9, then she wins tonight. If she can't, it is
Dami.
Avery's. It is Avery's.
Oh,
So-
Dami,
I don't think I'm gonna
I'm
Ten?
pulling
Hold
for
my
you.
hand.
She
get
needs
my
to beat.
wife.
She needs to beat you. She just needs to beat your score, Avery. So if she is
hold my
above
hand.
88.9,
hand.
she would get the 5, or she would get more points than you. That would ultimately be it.
Neck to neck. You get higher than 88.9.
No. So here we go. Will she beat 88.9? We're running the comparison. This is
Yeah.
this is taking a bit. This is taking a bit.
It's okay.
Oh!
Did it-
Oh my god!
Oh,
She scored 80.8! It's actually Avery! Avery actually wins it!
Come from behind
That is-
victory.
That is crazy!
Let's go!
That is
Nice job.
crazy! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That is...
All right, we know who paid Tan. It was Avery.
That is crazy. So that means Greg actually ends up being the top scorer here. So he gets 5 points, but Avery with 3 and 1 point to. Oh wait, what the fuck?
I'm tied.
A tie?
It's actually a fucking tie.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
It is a tie.
It is a tie. Wait, we called it too soon, Nick.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because I was down 2. She won both of them, and I was second place on both of them.
Oh
Wait,
man.
Tan says wait, rerun Greg's.
you want to rerun Greg's to see if Greg actually shrinks the score. But the distance will still be 2 for all the scores.
I think it will be, yeah.
Well, hold on. If Greg's is lower somehow, wouldn't that give me an extra point?
If Greg's is below 88.9, is what you're saying.
If it's below mine, I would get an extra point.
But it has to be above Dami's.
Oh, did Dami get the highest score? I didn't actually see.
No, Dami has the lowest score.
Oh, you're right.
About
it would have to move to
controversy.
third. It would have to move to third. You're right.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, did I? So I beat Greg's score?
No, Greg
No,
Greg
Greg
won.
won.
Greg won the boss. Greg beat the boss.
You guys, I'm floored. This is amazing.
Okay. I will.
Listen.
I'll leave it to you
guys,
three.
I'm floored. This is amazing.
Listen.
Yes, Greg.
I will listen.
I'll leave it to you
guys,
three. Oh my God,
floored.
Greg,
This is
you,
amazing.
Greg, you. This is too much, Greg.
Oh,
Okay. I will leave it up to you three. Do you want to rerun Greg's score or not? You three get to decide.
I'm happy to share first place with Avery if Avery's
Okay,
fine with
so no. Okay.
no, yeah.
it. It's really hot right now, and I want to turn my fan on, and so I would
Okay.
like to cut.
Tommy's like, let me out. Get me off this ride.
Okay.
90 degrees in my apartment right now.
And then Brett Fraley is actually not Brett Fraley anymore. This is Greg Matthews, who is in third. And I'll update these scores soon, but congrats to both of you. 10 points each for a tie
right.
in the first
Amazing.
in the first show. So congrats. Anything to say, Dami? And then we'll go to
Why
Avery.
would you choose this fucking figure, you maniac?
This is what I'm gonna choose.
Why? Who
Luck,
hurt you?
luck chose this. Luck chose this.
Don't blame luck.
You guys, I wanted to go on record that I had nothing to do with the plots that got chosen. I'm
Hey,
innocent.
You're complicit.
I'm innocent in all of this. Nick doesn't tell me anything.
Avery, thoughts on your win tonight and anything that you jumped into in the process here?
Well, shout out Dami. I think she had the better chart. I just can't imagine doing Viz Buzz without freaking AI. I would have done so much worse without it. At first, I'm gonna be honest, I was trying not to do AI so chat wouldn't think I'm a simp. But then when you said like 15 minutes left, I was like, I'm just gonna use. I was just using AI to write my code. I was still, I wasn't doing any back engineering. But man, I can't tell you, that would have been. I would have taken me at least twice as long to get anywhere without AI. So yeah, shout out to chat. Hey, shout out to chat, and when I say chat, I mean ChatGPT too. So.
Oh my gosh. I love how 15 minutes was the threshold for your morals. You were like, 15 minutes? We're done.